do it. We're here.
Paul George. Paul George. That's fantastic. He will drop.
How do the Clippers utilise the stellar performances of James Harden, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George in this season? What's the secret behind their stunning offensive play? How do they manage to score big individually while still playing like a cohesive team? Let's find out. The team they play for, the Clippers, has been really successful on offensive recently. In fact, they've been the second best offensive team in the NBA over the last 15 games, with 124.8 per 100 possessions and 112.8 points per 100 possessions in the half court. They've been scoring a lot of points efficiently, both in regular play and during set plays. Harden was acquired by the Clippers in October, and the player has had incredible success, with a game average of roughly 17 points, 5 rebounds and 9 assists on 63.8% true shooting. Harden has been extremely effective. Although he doesn't score a lot, he's been a fantastic 3-point shooter, an incredible playmaker, and his scoring efficiency is outstanding. A player like this is a surefire winner when paired with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, who are both enjoying fantastic seasons. With these three players on the court, the Clippers have an offensive rating of 124.6 and have played together for just over 868 minutes this season. The Clippers have one of the most effective offenses in basketball history when all three of their stars are on the court. The team's incredibly productive, even with one of these players on the bench. Looking at the lineups with just two of these players reduces the sample size of minutes played significantly, but the evidence consistently demonstrates that these three players have elevated the Clippers' offense to a new level. The LA Clippers' exceptional outside-the-arc shooting is another factor in their impressive offensive performance. The Clippers don't shoot a lot of threes, to be fair. Only 38.2% of their shot attempts are threes, which puts them in 18th place in terms of attempts per game, but when they do shoot threes, they're very potent. The Clippers currently lead the NBA in three-point percentage, shooting 39.7%, and 4 of their players are hitting at least 40% of these shots. It's interesting to note that they shoot significantly better than average in both categories when making three-pointers off the dribble and off the catch. It's not immediately obvious why the Clippers have been so effective offensively when you look at their basic statistics. They don't get many assists, they don't shoot a lot, they don't score many points in the paint, and the rate of offensive rebounds is mediocre. But one of their biggest advantages is their three-point shooting, which has greatly contributed to their amazing offensive efficiency. Guess what? One key to their success is something called the pick and roll. This is a play where one player sets a screen to block a defender, allowing their teammate to get open for a shot or drive to the basket. James Harden is particularly good at running this play. He doesn't use it all the time, but when he does, it's very effective. He's having his best season ever in terms of scoring efficiently. When he runs the pick and roll, he's shooting a high percentage from the field and from three-point range. Let's break down how the pick and roll works for the Clippers. When Harden has the ball, he often sets up the play by getting his teammate Kawhi Leonard to set a screen. This confuses the defense and creates opportunities for Harden to score or pass to an open teammate. In one example, Kawhi fakes setting a screen, which tricks the defender into following him instead of Harden. This leaves Harden with an advantage against a weaker defender. He takes advantage of this by driving to the basket and scoring easily. In another play, the defense tries to stop Harden by double teaming him, but Harden's smart and finds his teammate Zubac, who's open for a shot. Even when the defense tries to adjust and cover the open player, Harden and his teammates are quick to find another open player for an easy shot. What's really impressive is the chemistry between Harden and Zubac. They've developed a strong connection on the court, so they can anticipate each other's moves and make quick decisions to outsmart the defense. Even when the defense tries to defend the pick and roll well, the Clippers find ways to exploit the openings. For example, in one play, the defense does a good job covering the initial options, but it leaves another player wide open for an easy shot. Overall, James Harden and the Clippers are showing that they're not just a team full of individual stars. James Harden's having an amazing season where he doesn't always have the ball in his hands. Instead, he's been letting his teammates like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George take charge at times. This strategy is causing a lot of trouble for the other team's defenses. They're struggling to figure out when to help defend against Harden and when to stick to their own shooters. For example, in a recent game against the Raptors, Harden passed the ball to Kawhi, who then got double teamed. The Raptors thought they could force Kawhi to make a quick decision, but it backfired. Harden ended up with a wide open three-point shot because the defense was too focused on Kawhi. In another game against the Knicks, Harden even took on the role of setting screens for his teammates. This confused the Knicks' defense because they had to decide whether to leave Harden open or risk leaving another player open. It's like trying to pick the lesser of two evils. Teams know that when James Harden, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are on the court together, they're deadly shooters. They all shoot over 43% from 3-point range when catching the ball, so leaving any of them open is a risky move for the defense. Also, the Clippers have other plays like motion strong. This play is great for shooters and creating mismatches. It involves players setting screens and curling off them to get open shots. In one instance, Paul George got a wide open shot thanks to well executed screens and curls. The defense was so focused on stopping the initial action that they left George wide open. In another variation of the play, George didn't even get the ball. Instead, he set a screen for Harden, who then got open for a shot. This shows how diverse and unpredictable the Clippers' offense can be. Harden's willingness to play off the ball and let his teammates shine is a big reason why the Clippers are such a tough team to defend against. In a recent game, Grayson Allen is about to make a big move. He's going to act like he's going to block a screen, hoping to trick the opponent into making a mistake, but whoops, he slips up, and James Harden takes full advantage of the space he's given, scoring an easy three-pointer. Now it's Russell Westbrook's turn to show off his skills. He's dribbling the ball up the court with Kawhi Leonard ready to receive a pass, but Kevin Durant has other plans. He rushes in to defend Kawhi, making it hard for him to take a shot. Then when the play ends, Paul George sneaks away to the other side of the court with Westbrook. This confuses the defense, leaving Westbrook wide open to make a dunk. But wait, here comes Grayson Allen again trying to defend Westbrook. Westbrook isn't fazed though. He uses his strength to push Allen back and then passes the ball to Ivica Zubac, who finishes the play with a slam dunk. This exciting moment happened during the game against the Pelicans. In another game, the Clippers mix things up. They make it look like they're going to set up a play for Paul George, but suddenly Kawhi Leonard changes the plan. He gets a screen from Zubac and starts a pick and roll play. This creates chaos for the defense. CJ McCollum is distracted, leaving Harden open for a shot. Meanwhile, Zion Williamson is forced to leave his position, leaving a man wide open for an easy three-pointer. The Clippers have another trick up their sleeve called the double drag or 77. It's a clever move involving two screens that confuse the defense. This time they execute it near the halfway line, making it hard for CJ McCollum to defend. It also keeps Zion away from the paint and forces Jonas Valanciunas to backtrack, leaving Zubac open for another dunk. In yet another play, the Clippers start with a stack formation. Paul George receives a screen from Zubac and then initiates the 77 play with Harden setting the first screen. This creates enough chaos for George to get a good look at a three-pointer. At the start of another play, they use a tactic called stack out. Dyson Daniels is expecting a different move, but Kawhi Leonard surprises him by slipping past the defense for an easy basket. Despite their prowess in isolation plays, the Clippers are also masters of team offense. They know how to move without the ball, setting screens and creating mismatches. This makes them a nightmare to defend against. Most teams with star players struggle to share the spotlight, but not the Clippers. They play within a system that allows everyone to shine without overworking themselves. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the Clippers' plays, do like, share and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. And a big thank you to all for supporting the channel. See you in the next video.